Hello everyone, my name is Ben Olander and I'm currently serving as a Minnesota FFA State President. First of all, congratulations on becoming a chapter officer. This position holds many unique and valuable responsibilities, and it is now your duty as a chapter officer to see to it that your members are given the same opportunities that you may have once had to inspire tomorrow's leaders, create passionate agricultures, and so much more. This year may look a little bit different and be uniquely challenging in many ways, but it also provides opportunities that no other chapter leadership has had before. Please do not take this lightly, as responsibilities may be the same or require more. As you look to this year, I would encourage you to reflect. Why did you want to become a chapter officer? Have you been a leader in the past and you wanted to continue this? Have you been a member before and you wanted to give back? There are so many opportunities to lead within the school, like NHS, sports, student council, at home. So why become a leader in the FFA? Pause this video now to take a moment to identify 3 things of why you wanted to become a chapter officer. Welcome back. Now that you've identified 3 reasons why you wanted to become a chapter officer, let's transition a little bit into supervised agriculture experiences. This is the year of SAE. SAEs are very individual based, and right now there are very few restrictions to have an SAE. You can lean into the program with confidence because it is possible to have an SAE for all. National FFA is working with chapter officers to come up with a program that makes it possible for SAE for all. I encourage you to check out the link in the prompt right now, pause the video, and check that out. Now that you've checked out the SAE for all on the National FFA website, I encourage you to come back and think of different ways that you can encourage chapter members to become involved in their supervised agriculture experiences. Maybe this looks like helping them to better record some of their records on AET in their journal or financial experiences. Maybe you're going to help people apply for award areas like proficiencies, degrees, and so much more. It is important to tell the story of SAE. So how do you want to make SAE worth it on its own? Were you going to create a chapter Zoom? Maybe a party? A video of students? There really is no limit to what you could do with SAE in these challenging times. There are new SAE tracking areas that you can help better track SAEs through those records programs, and you can also take some unique videos during these times of individual chapter members and showcase them in their different experiences. I encourage you to take this time and respond to the prompts within the cooperating document that I have sent to you. Please brainstorm different ideas that you can advocate for SAEs. Again, I'd also encourage you to check out that SAE for All on the National FFA website to maybe help you brainstorm a little bit more about different ideas and possibilities within supervised agricultural experiences. Now that you've identified different ways to encourage members to become involved in their supervised agriculture experiences through different activities within your chapter, we're going to transition a little bit into the program of activities, or POA'S. These activities are different ways that your chapter can encourage members to strengthen agriculture, build communities, and grow leaders. As a state officer team, we focus on some of these main goals in some of these areas. We set goals quarterly and we track them. We have different individuals who are in charge of those activities, and they kind of chair those activities as well. Maybe this is something that you want to do in your chapter this year, as different COVID and restrictions come up and play a role in some of the things that you were able to do. When you're coming up with some of these goals, they might look a little bit different than they have in the past. Maybe you had a sweet corn feed that had to turn into a movie night instead. There are different ways to engage the same amount of members and leave an impact just the way it did in the past. One thing to keep in mind as you set these goals is to make sure that they are smart. Make sure they're specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Be sure that you're really excited as officers to encourage members to participate in these events and reach out to those members to attend these events to leave that impact. Don't just reach out to them for these events though. Make sure you keep in contact with them, as this leaves an impact and motivates them to come back and become part of that chapter. Now that you've identified different ways to reach those members and leave that impact that would normally be there on a normal year, how do you make members aware of those events? Maybe you want to provide clear communication, reach out individually, and provide opportunities that will engage both the members and the sponsors of your chapter. Take some time now to watch the video in the cooperating document that comes from Facing the Giants. Pay attention to what this person's first goal was and what obstacles were put in front of him, and then where he ended up coming out at. Now that you've watched this video, I hope you were able to learn a little bit about motivation, as when we look at some of our goals, we may not know where some of this stuff is heading. COVID-19 has been kind of a cluttered mess, and it can sometimes be unclear, but it's important to always make sure that we are striving for our best, and sometimes that means going blindfolded. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope that you were able to take a lot of information away from this, and I hope that you continue to ponder these ideas as you go forward throughout your year. I can tell that you will be very efficient, and you will have a lasting impact on the members this year in these different times. Although these activities and this situation may not be what you want at this time or what you applied for, it is what you have. And one of my favorite quotes from Theodore Roosevelt is, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." Thank you.